Hey everybody, Taz from Critical Thinking Anarchist here. You get me a lot this week. After having my baby girl a couple weeks ago and being on a little bit of a hiatus, I'm kind of coming back and renewed vigor, trying to get some news out there. So, if you haven't heard, the Pohlad family, which is the owners of the Minnesota Twins, are have announced intentions to seek sale for the Minnesota Twins. This comes on the heels of them losing their contract, their 1 year contract with the Diamond Sports Group, who does the Bally networks, the Bally Sports networks. Bally is going through bankruptcy, or Diamond Sports Group's going through bankruptcy, and basically all they want is the Atlanta Braves and anybody else who had a contract with them. They may work out lesser deals, um, but they're definitely not as lucrative. The Minnesota Twins had a deal worth about 54 million per year up front through their deals with Bally Sports Group, or Diamond Sports Group, I should say. And then after that, last year they were going to go to streaming, go to direct service. Bally came back to a bunch of teams and said, "Tell you what, we'll offer you 1 year contracts." Because they got an infusion of cash from Amazon, but it wasn't as much as everybody thought it was going to be. I think everybody thought there was going to be more streaming involved. I think everybody thought Amazon was going to be producing a lot more shows, which Amazon didn't really do. In fact, most games really weren't available on Amazon. Amazon was just kind of doing an exploratory thing on whether it would be feasible for them or not. And so, because they didn't make as much money as they thought they were going to, then Diamond Sports Group was like, never mind. We don't want, we pretty much don't want anybody unless you guys are on like really small contracts, really short contracts, and we'll see, if we continue after that. But they know they can make money off of the Atlanta Braves, because of course, a lot of the other bigger ones like the Yankees and the Dodgers. One, they have long term contracts. Two, they have their own networks, their own business going on. So it's not like Diamond can really go for them, and it's also a lot of money to try and get those rights. But anyway, so because of that, Minnesota Twins and a bunch of other teams are going to likely be distributing through Major League Baseball. They don't know what their TV rights are going to be. They don't know how much they're going to be making through TV revenue. Pohlads are being criticized constantly, and a lot of owners are criticized constantly on any sports, but the Twins are up there with the Oakland A's on that. So Pohlads doing exploration to see if they can make any money on this. ESPN says estimated to be worth 1.5 to $2 billion. The Baltimore Orioles, which are in a better market and are a better team and have all that stuff kind of going for them, just sold for 1.75 billion. So I would put them. My personal opinion, I would say the Twins would likely sell between 1.2 to 1.5. I think 1.5 is actually on the high end. The one thing the Twins do have going for them is they have a very, very large area of people. Not a massive audience, but a large area. Because you're talking, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Western Wisconsin. You know, so you got a large area of people who root for the Twins because they really don't have anybody else near them. So I mean, even a fair amount of Canadians watch the Twins because the Twins. I mean, a lot of them come down for Twins games during the Toronto Blue Jays series, and the stadiums are usually packed with Canadians. And with the realignment of the minor leagues, there's been a lot of upside with the minor leagues now, especially with the Saints, the St. Paul Saints being their AAA team. I mean, the players literally drive across the city. That's it. They drive across the city to play with the Saints. on rehab assignments. So it's really, really good for the fans. You know, you don't want to spend $50 on a Twins ticket. Well, you go to the Saints and spend 15. But anyway, sorry, I keep kind of going on there, keep going on side tangent. So it'll be interesting to see what'll happen here. I don't know if they're going to sell. I don't know if they're going to get the kind of money they're looking for. Their revenues have been low over the last 5 years. They really haven't been making much money at all. Last year, 2024 was probably going to be their highest grossing revenue year in the last 5 years. And most of that was because of the salary cut that they did. They dropped payroll by about $30 million. And that even dropped a little bit further due to injuries and players that they ended up not paying their full contracts as a result of those injuries. And then also because of the 30 some million dollars that Diamond Sports Group gave them for 2024 broadcasting rights. But again, it'll be interesting to see. You know, who knows what's going to happen. There's a couple of owners within the state. There's a couple of billionaires within the state that I could see going for it. There's a couple investment groups that might do so. You know, if Alex Rodriguez and his group, I don't really want them to, but he might try to go for that for the Twins. He was trying to go for the Timberwolves and the Lynx, so he might switch over to the Minnesota Twins instead and explore a deal with them. That's all I got right now on this. It'll be interesting to see. That's all I can honestly say. So again, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, all that other fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.